Welcome back. So we're going to talk about one of my favorite parts of this article. And they compare writing a business plan to going swimming, or rather asking the question, did you write a business plan, to asking the question, did you go swimming? So if you go to somebody and you say, hey, yesterday did you go swimming? If they say no, you clearly know they didn't go swimming. Just like if you ask somebody, did you write a business plan for this business? And they say no, well then, the case closed. We don't need to ask any more questions. But let's say that they say, yes, I went swimming. What does that even mean? Does that mean that you train for the Olympics like Michael Phelps? Hardcore swimming? Does it mean that you went to a lake and you sunbathed on like an air mattress? Does it mean you were like my grandma? My grandma goes swimming, I think, 2 or 3 days a week, but she goes swimming with these ladies, they call themselves the mermaids. And so what really happens is they get in the pool and they just gossip for a while, and then they maybe have some snacks afterwards and they get in the jacuzzi. I mean, they might swim a little bit laps, or maybe they do a little water aerobics or something. But again, for her, that's swimming. Doesn't mean that you swam in the ocean, fighting the current. Doesn't mean you went surfing. Doesn't mean you went on the beach and had a barbecue. There's so many ways that you could say, yes, I went swimming. Okay? But then you start asking yourself the question, okay, I want to test the relationship between your swimming activity and some measure of success. So the measure of success that Bill Gardner and Bruce Teague use are, can you swim 1,000 meters in under 30 minutes? Now the person that trained like Michael Phelps might be able to. The person who went surfing and is used to fighting those ocean currents might be able to. The person that sunbathed, probably not. I don't know. Depends on what they were doing before that. The mermaids probably couldn't do it either. Of course, that's also problematic because, does being able to swim mean that you can actually go 1,000 meters in 30 minutes? Or does being able to swim mean that you can kind of swim a couple laps? In the Army, we used to call it drown proofing. In other words, you could sit there and float for a while, and then we called that swimming. And that was being a successful swimmer. Right, that you didn't drown within, I think you had to be able to tread water for maybe 15 minutes or whatever it was. Now personally, I found that much harder to stay in one place than it would be to just go ahead and go swimming. So that's kind of interesting, right? But that's the point. Did you write a business plan can mean the same thing. That's why we have this informally, in my head, all this other kind of stuff. Now if we wanted to go back to the swimming analogy, you need to ask follow-on questions besides did you go swimming? You can say, what actually happened? Did you train like Michael Phelps? Did you hang out with the mermaids, etc.? And then you look at what happened before. So if I say, did you go swimming yesterday? And the answer was yes, but I hung out with the mermaids. But I hung out with the mermaids on Sunday because I trained hardcore in swimming the other 6 days of the week. That's important, right? It could be that I wrote the business plan informally down in my head yesterday, but I'd actually prepared a full formal business plan, and this was just to talk to somebody in a bar about the business plan. So you want to know what happened before. Okay? The purpose of the activity. Again, if swimming for you is a social activity, then sunbathing on the beach or hanging out with the mermaids is considered a success. You were successful. If writing a business plan was designed to get you $1 million and you got the $1 million, was that a success? Or was getting a bank loan a measure of success? So we've got to talk a little bit more about that. The purpose, what was your purpose of writing that business plan? And notice how I say your purpose. Okay? Were you successful? And then the degree of competence of activity, right? Again, anybody can get in the pool and kind of do like this. Is that really swimming? Are they really taking those activities seriously as they're trying to prep for swimming 1,000 meters in 30 minutes? Is that really taking the activity seriously? Or like Michael Phelps, who's got that right mindset. He's chugging away at the swimming pool, right? So by the same token, did you write the business plan? Did you really stop and contemplate what you were doing and really try to give it the best effort you could? Or were you at work and kind of toggling between windows and kind of doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that? So that's why writing a business plan is just like going swimming, okay? So what we're going to look at in the next video is how writing a business plan can actually be considered a series of behavioral repertoires. And I think you'll find this discussion interesting, and it may provide some clarity on why writing a business plan doesn't guarantee success, and why it's very much like swimming. As always, hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video, and definitely hit that subscribe button. Post your comments below. I'll see you in the next video.